Hey guys, it's Raegan here from the Freedom 15 movement. Now, what better time than right now to spend a little bit of time to reassess our goals and reassess our progress towards those goals that hopefully we all set at the beginning of 2015. So we're going to start by thinking about what those New Year's resolutions that we set actually were. See, it's around this time of the year, or sometimes even earlier, where we either start to lose motivation or we realize finally what's actually involved in making those changes that we wanted to make come the 1st of January. Now, if you are in that category and if you're finding difficulty in sticking to those resolutions, then I guarantee wholeheartedly 100% you are absolutely not the only one. In fact, you're probably in the majority in that case. But I'm going to share with you today 2 critical questions to ask yourself that will hopefully bump you back onto the right track into making those goals a reality. So the first question is really a reflection exercise. And think back to why it was important to you to achieve that in the first place. So typically some New Year's resolutions may include wanting to lose weight, wanting to eat better, wanting to change the particular dynamics of a relationship, wanting to earn more income. So really think back to why it was important for you to achieve those things and to make those necessary changes at the start of the year. See, one of the things that I've constantly reiterated in the Freedom 15 videos is the fact that usually our why doesn't go away. Usually that reason why it's important to us to achieve that thing, it doesn't go away. The fact of the matter is that we often just lose sight of it. So January rolls around, perhaps we're going back to work after the holidays, maybe the kids are back at school, maybe you're back at school. But my point is that life gets in the way and we start to lose focus. We start to lose focus about why that goal was important to us or why it was important for us to make that change. Now, the second key question that I'm going to ask you that will hopefully bump you back onto the right track into making that New Year's resolution a reality is to ask yourself, what is the cost of not following through? So perhaps you told someone of your New Year's resolution. So in that regard, maybe there's a social cost. Maybe you'll be embarrassed if you don't follow through on that New Year's resolution. Maybe you feel guilty in yourself. Maybe you're letting your family down. Maybe you're down on your financial obligations, or maybe you've just let yourself down on a very key level. So, as I said, think about what the cost of not getting fit or not eating better. Maybe it's a health cost. What is the cost of not following through on that resolution? See, the other thing is that oftentimes we'll set these goals that are very vague on the 1st of January. As I said, typically they include things like wanting to lose weight or wanting to earn more money. But we fail to actually plan to break that down into manageable chunks and action steps of how we can actually get there. So, set something that's specific. I want to lose X amount of weight, or I want to increase my income by X amount of dollars. And it's very important to break this down into small chunks of time. So maybe setting a goal that we need to meet at the end of February and then again at the end of March, rather than just something that has an end point of, say, the 31st of December. So doing it in this way and setting goals in this way, it makes that goal seem far less intimidating, and it can actually help us to celebrate the small wins that we're having. So perhaps we've met our February goal, and so we can celebrate that and really spur ourselves on in that way. So take a little bit of time to think at this moment, how much closer are you at the end of January to making that goal or making that change a reality? What have you done well? Now, there's always going to be room for improvement. So what can you do better in February? What can you do better in March? What will you do next month? What will you prioritize to make sure that that gets done and that goal is actually a reality? Think about perhaps what other information do you need? What other mentoring do you need? Perhaps you need another tool or another system to help you reach that end goal and to move you closer to that mark. So, as I said, there's a lot of power in writing these things down. So, absolutely grab a bit of paper, and I guarantee that the time you spend actually writing these things down will go a long way into saving you time in the long run. So there is no better time, as I said, than at the close of a month to really reevaluate and reschedule where we are at going into the next period, into the next month or the next week. It's very important to remember, however, that you don't need a new month to start all over. You just need a new day. And to make that decision, to make that a priority, and to remember why it's important, and to remember that there is a cost associated with not following through. So thank you very much, you guys. I would love to hear from you and to hear how you're going with your goals in 2015 and progressing towards making those dreams a reality. So feel free to send me an email, link up to me on social media, and we'll have a chat about it over there. So thank you very much, you guys. Much love to you all, and all the best going into February. Okay, bye.